Hello guys, here we are recording another video for our community, right? This is a channel about English language. I'm Thales and I record videos almost on a daily basis. We cover from basic to advanced. Before we begin, subscribe to the channel, give a thumbs up if you enjoy the content, and hit the notification bell. As I mentioned in all my videos, we have more than 350 videos recorded and I upload them almost daily. Well, this playlist or this video is part of a playlist named Intermediate/Advanced, which means this video will be entirely in English. If you want a video explaining the main topics of English in Portuguese, you can also watch my basic playlist, which is aimed at those who are still learning how to speak English. They are still building their vocabulary, they are still eager to learn the grammar topics, okay? What are we going to talk about today? Today it will be about the reflexive pronouns. In my basic playlist, I have already covered the reflexive pronouns. I explained it in Portuguese, but now it's time to explain in English. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start. Oh my God, I'm tired today. I woke up late today, yeah. Well, you know, when to a group of people, when you are introduced to someone, for example, you say, "Hi, I'm Thales." Here you are introducing yourself to someone, right? So I introduced myself to the guests, to the group. Right? There is a group of people and I introduced myself to the group. Why is it a reflexive pronoun? Because I did something to myself. I introduced myself. When somebody introduces you and say, for example, look, this is my friend Bob, right? So you are introducing Bob to the members, to the guests, to your friends. But here, no, I'm introducing myself. The subject and the target, let's say this way, of the action is the same, right? I, myself. Let's understand what are the reflexive pronouns. So in theory, as I have mentioned, the subject and the object are the same. The subject is I and the object is I. So let's see what the reflexive pronouns are. These are the personal pronouns, okay? We have already studied. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. Now, in this column here, I will write the reflexive pronouns. I will write here because it won't fit. Yes, it was not enough to fit here. Myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself. So you ask me, Thales, the reflexive pronouns, they always end with self. Yeah, you could say that, but singular pronouns end with self. They have this suffix, let's say it this way. But when we have the plural pronouns, we, you, and they, the the suffix is different. We have to change it into plural. So it becomes we, ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. So while in singular sentences we use self, plural determination is selves. Self, selves, right? In general, it's the only thing you have to worry about. Now we will see some of the context we have to be aware of, right? I enjoyed myself during vacations. So it means that I had fun with myself. My trip was great. I enjoyed myself. So the subject and the object, they are the same. I paid the rent myself. So I was responsible for paying the rent, and I went there and paid the rent. If you say, for example, my friend paid the rent for me, it's not a reflexive pronoun, right? It's different. My friend paid the rent for me. So I was short of money. Yes, I had little money available, so I asked my friend to pay the rent for me. You know, when you live together with someone, it's not my case. Thank God. I guess I wouldn't be able to live with anyone else. When you live together with someone, it's very common that you share the expenses of the house. You share the bills, right? Water, electricity, groceries, and stuff like that. So you share everything. Others, they do differently. You are responsible for the rent. I'm responsible for paying all the food, all the groceries and stuff like that. You are responsible for doing the cleaning of the house. I'm responsible for doing the laundry. So you share responsibilities as if you were living in a group, right? A group of friends, a group of maybe you are not friends, but the situation forced you into that. It's very common. So my friend paid the rent for me. Why in this sentence I don't use the reflexive pronoun? Because my friend, it's he, either he or she, right? And me refers to I. So the object is not the same as the subject. So the requirement for using the reflexive pronoun is that the object and the subject, they are exactly the same. Okay? She talks to herself before sleeping. Yes, it's very common. People they like to think about what happened during the day, right? They how can I say? They think about what went well, what didn't go very well, the mistakes someone may have made. So she talks to herself, overthinking sometimes, right? Overthinking about it, something. And maybe she has problems going to sleep because she talks to herself thinking about a problem, and she's so concerned, so annoyed at something that she can't sleep. So she can't relax. So she talks to herself. I talk to myself sometimes. Yeah. But nowadays I think rather than saying, you know. Yeah, sometimes I'm even lazy to speak something. Yeah, no. Let's think about it. I'm not going to speak loud, but sometimes it happens, right? She and herself refer to the same subject. Subject and object refer to the same pronoun. So you understand that the situation is very simple. Let's compare when you say, he blamed me for the accident. There was a car accident. I was driving, but it wasn't my fault, right? But he blamed me regardless of what happened because he thought I was drunk, and as a matter of fact I wasn't. It wasn't my fault. Someone else's car just crossed. It was driving very fast and hit my car and we crashed. But a person blamed me for the accident. You see? Me. Different pronouns, right? Me refers to I. Me is an objective pronoun which is used after verbs. We have already studied that. And when they are different, they refer to different things. He and me, they don't refer to the same pronoun. So you can't use the reflexive pronouns here. I blamed myself for the accident. But in the second sentence, the situation is different. There was a car accident, I'm aware of it, and I blame myself. Oh, it's my fault. So I, myself. So both subject and object refer to the same thing. Okay? There are some verbs which don't require the reflexive pronoun. Actually, if you use a reflexive pronoun, it's incorrect, okay? We will meet sometime in July, for example. We haven't planned to do anything yet, but we will meet sometime in July. Once we get closer, we will arrange the meeting. Meet is not a reflexive verb, right? You can't say we will meet ourselves. No, it's incorrect. I need to relax. Relax doesn't require a reflexive pronoun either. So you can't say I need to relax myself. No, I need to relax. Oh, you are working too much. You're overworking. You ought to relax. Remember this verb? We studied it some time ago. Ought to has the same meaning as should. It's a recommendation. It's a piece of advice. So you're overworking, you don't have enough time for yourself, you should relax. You should relax, you ought to relax. So it's not a reflexive verb, okay? I have to concentrate. I have to concentrate for this test. I'm going to take a very difficult test, a very difficult examination, and I have to concentrate. If I lose focus, if I'm not focused on what I'm doing, I may fail the test. So I have to concentrate for the test. Concentrate is not a reflexive verb either. Okay? Well, there is much more things I have to talk about regarding reflexive pronouns, but we will see this next video, okay? So looking forward to seeing you there. See you next time. Bye bye.